Okay, again, so what's going to happen is you're going to go to your Google form, which is going to have your survey. And after people respond to it, they're going to see where it says responses. Okay, so the first one's questions and responses. Click on responses, and then where it says right here, view in sheets, you click on that, and it opens up a spreadsheet, and it has all the data right there that are all the prices. So mine was a bag of chips, and again, these are all the people that are all the responses of people who replied, said I'd pay $4.50, oh, I'd only pay $1, I'd pay $5, et cetera, right? So those are the actual bids for the chips. So that's step one, is to get that data. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take that data and we're going to create a function that models that data so we can use it to get our marginal revenue or our demand curve, right? And then we're going to use that to get our marginal revenue curve. It's headed towards getting our optimal price. We're going to figure out, based upon this, how can I make the most possible money by setting a price? Which price is going to give me the most money if I make this my price? All right, so we got this data here, right here. Now, the first step is you want to take this data, and the next thing is to be able to put it in a format that'll allow you to create a table. So the way to do it is to open up a Google Sheet. So why does everybody know how to open up a Google Sheet on your Chromebook? Pause this real quick. Okay, so we're going to open up a Google Sheet. So we open up a browser, any Google browser. Okay, and once we get there, we can type in just Google Sheets, or I'll just type in Google Sheets. So Google Sheets. Okay, and then you should see a link. It's from Google for Google Sheets. And you click on that, and if you get this menu here, just say go to Sheets. Okay, and then it's going to give you this menu right here. Okay, click on a blank spreadsheet, and you're going to get a spreadsheet like that. Okay. Okay, so here we have our blank spreadsheet. My thought would be to just go ahead and name it. So I can name mine chip survey. For yours, you may want to just call it, since what you guys are going to do, I'm going to have you do multiple of these to practice doing it. So you can just call it, you know, May 2nd assignment, if you want, something like that. But just something so that you can, you know, just you'd want to name it. Okay, so now that we got that, we've got, I should probably tell you how to share it too, because I'm going to need to see it. And you can share it with somebody else if you want, but I'm definitely going to need to see it so I can look at your, once you actually do your survey on Monday and you get your data, I'm going to need to be able to look at it and see that you did it, right? And be able to open it. So what you can do is click on share. And right now it's got restricted access, right? So my thought is just click on anybody who's got the link can look at it, right? So who cares? I mean, it's just, you know, just, it's not like top secret. So my thought is just make anyone with a link can view it, but that'll mean anybody with a link can view it. So once you got the link, you can send it to the whole world if you want, and they'll be able to click on it. I don't think that's going to be to happen. It's not that exciting of data. Now, as far as editing goes and changing it, you can actually, hold on, where does that go? Oh, then that would be this. So right now, anybody can see it, but they can only see it. They can't change the data in it. So if you want people, if you're working on it with a partner, like if you're on a team, you might want to be able to work on it together. You say, hey, look, you do a little bit on it, then I'll do a little bit. Then you'd want to be able to give everybody, or at least your friend, the ability to do it. And then you click on viewer and you click editor. Like this one right now, I'm not going to worry about doing it. But if you want to work on it with somebody who can change it, click on editor and they'll be able to go to that link and they'll be able to put information into it. Okay. But right now, just leave it as you guys can view it. And you can leave yours as I view it. And then you hit done. So right now it's okay for me. Wait, did I do that? Anyone with link? Yeah, done. Okay. All right. So there we go. So now this thing is set up to start entering data. So what we'll do is, and you guys are just gonna have to watch me right now, but because I haven't given you access to anything, but just kind of watch as how do I get the data? You know what? Actually, I'm changing my mind. I think you guys should do this at the same time I do it so that you can see, so you can go through the process. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. There we go. Okay, I've created a data file. It's going to have data just like you guys are going to get when you do your form. So everybody, if you could go to Canvas, and if you're already there, you can just hit refresh, and that link should show up. But basically, it's this link right here, May 2nd, data for the assignment. So, okay, when you open this thing up, you're going to see the data that I put in there in this form. And we're going to pretend right now that that's the same data that you'll see when you open up your Google form after you get your results of your survey for your product or your service. You're going to see you're going to see a bunch of numbers. You'll see a bunch of names or whatever, or emails or times. And then you're going to see all the different prices that people bid. And let's see so one thing you want to do is, I'm trying to think about the quickest way for you guys to scroll down, because I made a bunch of data points, but that's okay because we've got the technology. It can do everything. We don't have to sit and enter it into the calculator. We just have to copy and paste all these values. That's all we got to do. The next issue is to make sure we get all the values. So if you see where it says data set A, does everybody see that? So click on that with your cursor or whatever. So you guys don't have mice. So I guess I'll try to do it like if I'm you guys. Okay, so you want to click on the top one. So the top value is 11, right? Now, what you'll probably want to do, yeah, this is okay. Let's do it like this. So you're gonna click on it, and then you're gonna hold down your shift key, and then you're gonna hold down your arrow key. So everybody do this, like when you're at the very top cell, put your finger on the shift key, and then use your arrow keys on your keyboard to start scrolling down. And then just go until you get to the very bottom. If you go, it should be pretty fast, but go down to the bottom. And then make sure you have all of them. Does everybody see how to do that? Raise your hand if you're not seeing what I'm doing, okay? So basically, then you want to go to the bottom until you see the bottom of the data. And then you can scroll up or whatever and just make sure you got all the entire column completely highlighted. Because once you, and then I unhighlighted it. Good job. So you have to go back and do it again, but that's okay. All right, so now we've got it. We're going to sort, we want to sort this data. If you're doing it from my table, you're going to have to open up a new table. I hope you guys can copy it. You'll have to let me know if you can or you can't. So I can see all you guys on this thing. So there's the people that are on this right now. So now, did everybody enter in their own date? Everybody should have their other Google Sheet open up, right? So now what you're going to want to do is, okay, so again, what we're going to do is we took the data from the data set, that file I created, which is going to be your form that you get. You're going to copy all this data, Control C, you're going to go to the form you created, and you're going to go, I'll do this real quick, that was from an earlier thing. And you're going to go Control V, and that's going to paste it into your file. And so we've got that. So is everybody okay on getting it from my file, copying it, and then pasting it into your file? Thumbs up, any thumbs down? Thumbs up? Anybody do? Okay, you got some thumbs up, good, okay. All right, so now we got it there. Now that we got the data in there, we've got to sort it. And what we're going to do to sort it, we want to sort it from the maximum price to the minimum. Right now it's unsorted. You just got the raw data. It's the raw data. You can see like 11 and then 106. So what we want to do is we want to sort it from highest to lowest. So the way to sort it from highest to lowest is to look for the button that's got that. So let's see. Usually it's already on the main menu, but let's see. Where is it? Okay, so we're gonna have to go File. We're gonna have to go to Data. Okay, so click on Data. You should be able to see Data, and then you're going to sort it. So it's this one right here. Sort it, and then you're going to sort it from Z to A, not A to Z. We want it from the highest price to the lowest. Everybody click on that. And then, boom, there you go. So that whole column, as long as my cursor was on the top cell, sorts it from highest all the way down. And if I scroll down with my arrow keys, again, there's 100 different figures. It's going to go all the way down to 11, but now it's in order. Okay? This is important because our demand curve is going to show the highest prices in the beginning when we have just a little bit of quantity, and it's going to get lower and lower as we have more and more quantity. Okay, so if you've done that, then I'm going to show you a quick way. Now, next thing we're going to do is we want in this column right here, we want to type in 1 and then 2 all the way to 100. All the way to 100. Now, if I sit and type in all the way to 100, it's going to take me forever, right? So I'm going to show you guys how you can do this really quickly by pasting the formula. Everybody ready for this next part? Okay. Okay, just for review, what we want to do is we want to start typing 1, 2, 3, etc., all the way down to this column until the end of our data. We can type in the first few, but then after that, we got to create a formula. So we click on this one and we type in equals, click on this column, shift +1, enter, and we get that. And then we grab this little thing here with by holding down our keypad or whatever, and then we drag it down, and all of a sudden it starts auto filling in the others. Okay. All right. So if you got it, then we're going to go to the end of this column. So I'm going to grab it and hold down, and I'm going to start going down like that until I get to the bottom. I already know that there's 100, so I'm going to keep going until it's cell. Okay, so I've already passed it, and I'm going to go to about right there. Boom, drop it. Okay, so when you go to the bottom, it filled in all those cells, and now we've got cells 1 through rows, basically 1 through 100. Okay, so everybody should have that. Any questions? The formula for figuring out what the first cell is that we're not typing in. Okay, so we just automatically typed in 1 and 2, right? Now we're going to get this third one. So what we have to do is we have to get into that cell. So you can go to this, click on it, like you can take your keypad or whatever, click like that, and then you're going to put equals. And then you're going to put, you can either click on the cell above it, the one that's got the 2 in it, you can either click on it like that and it'll automatically say it's B2, or you can type in B2. But when you click on it, it says it's referring to it. So right now, cell B3, B and then 3 is referring to the value in cell B2. I wanted to add 1 to that value. So I'm going to go shift and then the plus is, top right, +1, and then I'm going to hit enter. And now and then if I go back to that cell and look up here, it'll tell me that that cell is equal to B2, which is the 2, +1. Everybody got that? Now I want to copy and paste that 3, that cell with the 3 in it, because that's got the formula. And I want to paste it. So if I push down on that, if I see a little dot there, that's basically telling me the handle where I can grab onto it and pull it down. So I need to put my cursor over it until I see the plus or it's plus, right? And then I'm going to push down on my keyboard to hold it down, and then I'm going to pull down like that with my keyboard. And you should start to see how the next few cells start to autofill. Everybody seen that? And if they do that, then you just do it again until you get to the end of the column to where you got all the cells in column C matched up. There we go. Okay. So there we go. So there we got the data. Now, the next thing is, now that it goes 1 through 100, and then these are in order now, it's ready to finally be put into Desmos so we can run a regression. So what we need to do next is open up Desmos. So everybody please open up Desmos by going, you know how to do that, but I'll just put it in here anyway. So you're going to go to desmos.com. Okay. You're going to hit graphing calculator. Okay, and then you're going to put this whole table in Desmos. So you're going to go like this. So I tell you what I'm going to do. This video is almost over. Boy, it's took longer than I wanted, but this shows you how to get your data from your Google form and get it ready and prepared so that you can copy and paste it and put it into Desmos to run the regression to get the equations you need to figure out what price to charge. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this one right now.